And excuse me. Good day, guys. Sam here from Trade to Prosper. It's been a while since I've been last on a live stream, and today I thought, might as well do it while the charts are not doing much at this point. And I better okay the clock. What's that noise? Give me a sec. How do I stop this? Don't know how to shut it up. How annoying is that? Okay. Whoops. Okay, that was a hard one. Here we go. Now let me get my glasses on, and let's turn that thing off. I was trying to figure it out. First time using it. But anyway, let's begin. So here's what I'll do is give you an overlay of what I'll be covering so you can plan it as you want. If you've got any questions, I'll try to look at the questions and answer them as I go, and based on the chart that I'm looking at the time. So I'll be covering Bitcoin along with Bitcoin dominance, total market cap, total 3, which is the alt market cap, tether dominance. So all these are pretty much indicators as where we are, and they should be wrapped around, or I'll try to bring it together with Bitcoin. And then if I have time, if I don't take too much time, then I'll talk about Ethereum, and then Ethereum pairing, and then Solana. And after that, we'll see how we go. So here's a chart. I'll try to simplify the chart as much as I can. And there could be advanced concepts at times, and sorry about that, but it might be required. And anyway, let's see how we go. What I want to do is Fibonacci at the moment. So if we looked at this chart from the top to the bottom with Fibonacci, you can see that 0.5 is perfectly on it. So if we look at on it, you can tweak it a bit, but it is pretty much accurate. So that's how we go. And if you want me to increase the size, guys, just let me know. I'll try to do my best. So 0.5 almost was hit, give it a take. So if I was to tweak it a bit, because there's a lot of wicks at the top as well, and so you can't get it perfect, but I'm a perfectionist at one point. So here we've got this moving average, which is the 20 EM. It's a good one on the 1 hour, so it's been playing its role. I'll add the 10 and 20 moving average, on this. Now, give me a sec. And let's look on the daily again. Okay. So that's what's taking place. Current resistance. Now, if we were to look at the other fibs at a mon, there is an assumption that we can look at many ways of why we found these resistance levels and so on. And the main one is the 200 moving average. So that is a real important moving average. And it's on another chart. I won't go into it right now. We've broken it in a significant way. If we make assumptions that this is the one from there to there, you can see how the 0.618 level acted as a support as well. And if we were to make it come down a little bit more, it acted as resistance. And then you can see the 1.272 and the 1.618 almost. We could probably do, if we were to do that, it's still applicable, but it's not quite there. That's one reason the 0.5 is there. And we passed this level. That's pretty nice. Then we've got this other fib. We can look from, if this was a wave, from an 80 wave perspective, we can do certain things. So if that's our 1, that's our 2. I think 3 will be there, 4, and then potentially 5 higher. Actually, 5 might be there. 47k is going to be a difficult one to pass, but it does line up. And we might get a pullback and then potentially further up, but maybe not. We'll see how we go. But what I'm trying to say with this daily weight count, from 0 to 1 to 2, we've got 2 at the bottom. Currently, this is a strong resistance, so we'll make that as 1. And then you can see the 1.618 and so on. From here, if we use 2 and use the golden ratio up to a point where it acted as resistance, so we sort of play tricks with it, then we could see that maybe we'll get there. Maybe we have something like this. A pullback in. So what we had is a strong move, and at some point we're going to pull back. We had the short squeeze here, so all the liquidity was taken out, but there's a lot of longs, and so there is that threat that we might come down and take those longs out, maybe even further down to these levels, take those longs out and then back up again, and that could be a 3 or 4 wave, and then ultimately hit a golden ratio, which sort of aligns with this. So that's a theory, and at this point we can't prove any of it, but it makes sense. The other Fibonacci here also equates. So if we made this from there to there, you see the 1 makes sense to pull back, 1.272 and the 1.618 also is lined up very well. So this chart makes sense at this point. Now, if we were to move on to another chart, this one is much more detailed, and I have to say, for those people who aren't advanced, it can be complicated, and here's the reason. There's a guy called Daniel at Chart Champions, and I learned a fair bit of him with levels. And if we were to look at this chart from a macro perspective, you can see all levels of significance, point of control, area values, and so on. How do we get this? We get it with ExoChart. I'm not trying to promote it. I'm just trying to give people a heads up. ExoChart is a great way of looking at trading channels. So this, at the moment, I'm looking at Solana, and if I was to just reduce this, actually that wasn't the one. If I was to reduce it, these are all the charts. They give me all the levels I want of significance. Okay, this is Solana. So if we were to go to Bitcoin, we could basically, it gives all the levels from different perspectives, weekly, monthly, and so on. And these levels are levels of significance. We even have open interest levels and so on. So it is much more advanced. I just want to put it out there. And this is that from those charts, we derive these levels. We have our weekly, monthly, and so on. Now, if we go into this a bit more detail, we traded this and we were biased upwards, bullish bias. And right now, if I was to look at it on a smaller time frame, you can see how everything takes place. Even our naked point of control, which is there, is acting as support. It's no coincidence, guys. We have our 0.5, we have the monthly level here as well. So that is, I was expecting this level to be strong. And so this might just go range a bit more. And then if we get that, and we get a spring swing failure pattern, then we expect it to start coming down. And I've pretty much discussed this on another channel, on my YouTube channel. So these are the things that we look for potentially trading. At this point, that's what I'm looking for Bitcoin to show. We have this level. If this was to continue on, then I'll be looking for that level as well. Now, that's at this point, Bitcoin, there's no trade. We're looking for levels. If this was to drop, then we'll look for further downs, and then we'll look for the liquidities, and then we'll see if there's a response, and we'll see how range trading can take place. Now, what I want to look at is the Bitcoin dominance. And I have a theory with Bitcoin dominance is that we are in this channel for Bitcoin dominance. If we get in closer, actually, I'll just give you a high level of Bitcoin dominance. Top is roughly, I'm using this level as a reference as 1. That level is 1, bottom. And you can see we're in the golden pocket. Bit of resistance potentially, and I'm hoping it comes down. Now, how that lines up with the other charts, we'll have a look at them. But at this point, I'm expecting one or two of these things. Either continue on, range for a while. So we're going to range here, and then make a decision for dominance. If it breaks outside this level, is as far as I believe it will go, because we also have major resistance here. Yeah, so that is going to be major resistance. That will be altcoin season, and this will come down. That could be the case where Bitcoin hits 47k or so, and then come back down and range, and that will give the alts an opportunity. Today we saw Bitcoin dominance go up and the alts drop significantly, and I believe that was based on pair trading. So I think a lot of people start to flip the alts into Bitcoin, and then when Bitcoin starts to slide back, and if we see Bitcoin start to slide back, the alts got liquidated with the pairings, and that therefore the alts start to drop hard. So there was a few things that dropped hard, and there's a lot of them, and that drop I believe is attributed to Bitcoin pairing. That's just a theory, can't prove it unless you really do your homework. So Bitcoin dominance is likely to continue up, and you're better off in Bitcoin, I believe, as a risk management, and there will be a point where you see a reversal and then go for it. Here's another chart that I had in the channel, and kid you not, I did this some time back, looking at it here, and you know what, this channel, Pitchfork channel, did the great job. So again, here we've got our 1.618. So this could be ultimately a double top and then down. What we're looking for, alts, is this breakout channel from the channel. Eventually, it can, if it does like a double top or slightly higher, this could be a real good opportunity for alt season. And maybe from a Wyckoff perspective, this is a Wyckoff distribution potentially. So if that's a Wyckoff distribution, then alt season can really take form. So if this comes down and then further up, double top or head and shoulders, I'm going to be watching this further down the track. So looking at the Bitcoin dominance, if it goes up, that is still aligned with Wyckoff. And as I said, if it aligns with this level, this is a level of significance. If it lines up there, if it will go up there, then we know that that is the base. And then this is the buying climax in the sense of Wyckoff. It's likely to come down and then further could range sideways as well. So that is my theory. Could be time consuming or it could be very, very quick. So let's look at Tether. Tether dominance will give us a clue as well. Tether dominance represents spending, really. And so in my group or in our channel, we attributed this to Tether, and I haven't seen it for a while, so it's going to be interesting how it turns out. And this is looking great, guys. Perfect. This is almost there. Almost. So this is, and if you look at it, this is the Wyckoff distribution, and it's aligned. So Tether is looking like a distribution model. We had this interest for a while, and we had price. This, I love this chart now. I haven't seen it for a while. This was a concern. It could have gone back up, and then now it's actually dropped. Now this level, you can see from previous level for Tether, you can see how it's aligned with Bitcoin dominance, and then you will see how it's going to be aligned with total market cap and total 3. Everything is coming together for the bull market. Until we break this Tether level, we don't have confirmation that it's a distribution, but it's looking like a distribution. And so it's almost this LPSY or SOW stage where it can be volatile and then bang. And I think that's where Bitcoin will potentially take off as well, and some alts. Now we've got to time this perfectly to really maximize. Here, this was a previous top for Bitcoin. This was another top for Bitcoin. These were the bottoms of Bitcoin. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. These were the bottoms of Bitcoin. So I think this one was the 68K. No, sorry, the 61 or 62K. This was 68K. And when Bitcoin hit 68K, it pulled back to about 30K or so, if you remember, and then came down. And that's where I got this line. So this level is going to be significant. It really does a good job. I got my 1.618 as well. So we had double top here with Tether. It is really represented with this. I really like this chart. Now let's look at. So we looked at dominance. It can break out of here and come down, which sort of aligns with this stage here. But it also can continue up a bit, if you want to know what I mean. Now let's look at total market cap. Excuse me while I take a bit of tea. So what's important for you guys is to understand the Wyckoff model. I can go on the side of the Wyckoff model, for a plugin for those newbies. If you're really struggling to get concepts, my website is free. This part here, free course. You don't have to register. You don't have to do anything except just look at it. Just accept. And what it does is it gives you a page of a whole bunch of stuff. Candles. These are the elements that you should know. And here there's Wyckoff theory. You can listen to it or click on more to learn. And I believe there's some schematics. No, I better make that freely available. I haven't done that yet, so there we go. So Wyckoff is there, and I'll make it there. But in the meantime, just give me a sec. Actually, I'm not logged in, no. Give me a second, I'll show you where the Wyckoff is. That I'll share. I just added that module there, but I didn't realize the page wasn't working. Actually, here we go. Give me a sec. Schematics. So these are the models for accumulation, reaccumulation, distribution models. These are one of many, and then this is redistribution. So we align with a lot of this stuff with what we we're just talking about there. And what we're going to do now is the total market cap with accumulation and distribution. So let's do this for a sec. Total market cap has finished with its accumulation and it's breaking up. So if I have a chart, give me a sec and I'll bring it out. Simplistically wise, we were here struggling in and out. We had two levels and you can see how we're broken out. We're broken out. This is the bull market, guys. We can't find, so I looked at this for a while. We can see low levels and while we just stopped. Now the Bitcoin level has just hit where it's supposed to. Dollars have hit where it's supposed to. Question is, does it go through or does it come back down and do this SOW thing? And remember I said the liquidity for Bitcoin, that could be it as well. And so we might be in a shakeout phase. How long will it take? Don't know. And then bang, we're going to continue on. So if you look at the total market cap, it's really aligned as well with accumulation. That was obviously distribution, reaccumulation, and if we were to play this smart, we just do this, and the golden ratio is probably where we might hit the market temporarily, do wave 5, have our ABC correction, and then the bull market. And so the trend lines might come into play. But definitely we're about to break out up to that level, and you can see that level is of significance. I would say that we'll break just above that for in a sense of liquidity, and then come back down with a correction. So this is a 5-way count. How much of the ABC correction is going to be a mystery? So you can see how that aligns well with our crypto, Bitcoin, and all the rest. And it does definitely show us why Bitcoin has hit the 0.5 Fibonacci level on the macro, and that's really timed it well there. So if I was to put the little details in here, there we go. So let's see, one's log and one's non-log. We can massage that and it's still perfect. So this might be the level. And the problem I have with Fibonacci, you don't know which one you should go with at the time. So we can also go with non-log and it will be higher. So we might either hit this one and pull back, or hit this one and pull back. So time will tell, but we covered it, and therefore we're still bullish. That's total market for all crypto. And now let's look at, actually, let's see one more thing here. Give me a sec. Onto the indicators. So yes, interesting enough. So we've gone up. We are approaching in the overextension. Historical overextension means pulling back. So we have pullbacks, and this was another pullback. So it's aligned. This could still go up, but there'll be a point where we're going to drop back. How much pullback? But still bullish. So you can see even with a two-day chart. Great. Let's do the weekly for a sec. Just curious. So the weekly, we still got a long way to go. Beautiful. Love it. And you can see also the breakout. That was a wedge on the other side. And that breakout was nice. Beautiful. So you can see that big strong move. That's all correlates with this wedge as well. Beautiful. There you go, guys. Nicely summarized. And I think it's still going up strong. And now let's look at the total market for the alts. And I did discuss this on one of my forums, and see we are the alts almost breaking out, not yet, still not there. We still want to see it break out and break out above that as well. So the alt season's almost, it hasn't kicked in yet, but that's pretty much it. And now let's look at Bitcoin. It's still going up. Nice. Give me a sec. Next chart. Ethereum. All right, so let's look at Ethereum. I'm bullish on Ethereum. This is Ethereum, and if we look at it closely, we broke out, however, just ever so slightly. So this is a major trend line or resistance. That explains that. We have that aligned as well. And it's breaking out. 2,253, great. You might pull back a bit, and this is the level. If it does pull back, that's your entry. Bang. And that's going to go off. And I would say that it's going to outperform Bitcoin. So now let's put our Elliott wave, Fibonacci. Like I say, similar to Bitcoin, the 0.5 is roughly going to be resistance. If I do that there, we've got more to go. So I would say that 2,400 is the target, and maybe then we'll get a pullback. And 2,600 or so, these could be our resistance levels. So we've got two potential levels, and that's what we got there. So we might get a bit of a stoppage at 23, whatever it is, and then 2,500 is probably going to be a major one. But I think what we'll see is that the Fibonacci levels do play a bit, and then we might just continue and then get our hit. Is this a rising channel of some sort? Who knows how it's taking place? I won't try it. For now, there's not enough boost. But that's what I'm thinking with the Ethereum, and the pullback is probably likely to take place. It might just go up a bit more. If we look at it from point of control, give me a sec. Okay, so this level could play a very strong resistance. 2,600, and you know what, golden ratio as well. So again, everything lines up for this area to be a bit of resistance, pull back, and then we'll probably make a wave 3, 4 there, and then up. There a correction. Now the models, there's two models that we can look at for Bitcoin. One's parabolic, the other one is like last time, and we have no idea which one's going to take place. With the ETFs, maybe it's going to be parabolic. So you can see how this took place. I had my channel, bottom channel, pitchfork, and you know what? It did perfectly there. So this pitchfork middle is going to be interesting. So if this continues on, it sort of lines up with the other one, doesn't it? That it might line up a bit further up, might get there or there before you get the pullback, and then continue on. So this pitchfork might help us out. This SS, it could go straight through as well, and then maybe hit 1 point fib, and then like that, and again 3K maybe. So I'm looking at it from that perspective. Solana, got a really pull back, not too much, but today it got a bit hammered and still coming down. Okay, that's not nice. So here we have Solana. Actually, let's do it this way. And it's also, guess what, golden ratio at 618. So I do see this coming sideways, and I think it will be losing against Bitcoin if that's the case. So that's, we're going to be in a range for a while. How long? No idea. This could be a reversal eventually. Then hit this level for support. That will be a nice level to enter, $47 to $50, and then back up. I have it higher, Solana. Could be wrong. It could come down further. Time will tell. But this area is looking, because of the golden ratio, it could be resistance. Now, like the other chart, if I take that off, we can potentially go all the way up to $176. So this could be up there. And this could be just an intermittent short term going sideways, but it hit a 0.236, so it's still aligned. This might just go sideways a bit more, and then with this 20 moving average, continue on, and then up. So if you're looking for an entry, it's not the best place to look for an entry. Let's look on 4 hour. I had one before. Give me a sec. This one. I was doing the mapping on this one, and let's look on the small time frame. We did call it. Did that? There we go. I said that'll be a nice level to enter to go along. This is a liquidity hunt as well. Would be nice. I think you might just find strength there and then continue on. Just like I said, that would be a nice entry. Wasn't ready for this, so it would have been really nice if it took this one out. Then that would have been a nice position to go along, but it was very quick. So the way I see this is a complex formation from an alleyway perspective. It's a flat, so it might play out a flat and then a flat again. If you don't know what that is, you need to look it up. But basically what we have is, see, so we've got the Elliott wave count, A, B, C, D, E, and realistically it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe there, and then up. More complex. This is the meat of point of control. I've got to look it up later, but with the eye, it looks like that will be a nice level to go along. Retest and go up. And in essence, it could be a symmetrical triangle of some sort and break to the upside. So this could be a slightly high as well. Here also looks, and you can see how that took it out. Could also come down further, take these liquidity out. So it will be squeeze all these longs out, come a bit further down, and then break up. It's a hard chart to figure out, but Solana could be doing well with that type of structure. And I think I've done with time. How long have I been? No questions. Let me just check something. Okay. Questions? Okay. My voice is coming with interruptions. I have no control over that. Damn it. Not sure what I can do with that. No one's on TradingView was okay, but YouTube not the case. Apologize for that. Maybe I should do some trial runs before I know how this is going to perform, but I've got no way of knowing how the voice comes. I'll need a friend to tell me, so maybe I'll do it another time. All right, I'm going to leave that at that, guys. Unless you've got questions, I gave you my skill. You can go over this. It's there permanently. If I just flick through some charts, actually, I'll give you one more thing. Here's another platform. I put along my video, YouTube, as well as this place here. And I don't do video on TradingView that much. I prefer to do it elsewhere because there's no really gain on doing TradingView. I'd rather build up community on YouTube, and anything static I'll put on TradingView. That's the way I think makes sense. Just flicking. Let's see, what can I cover? This is Matic. I actually called this out some time back. I still feel Matic is going to go sideways before it breaks out. So it's got a long way to go. Matic, unfortunately, isn't performing the breakout yet. So the other coins are well ahead. I think when Matic does break out, it will be strong from this. So it's way behind. Smallest time frame, still in the range. Can't really trade that. Casper's hit my 1, but I still feel like it's going to continue on probably to 70 cents with this structure assumptions. So what else can we look at? INJ really got hit against Bitcoin, and it got really hit here as well. So I was looking to go long, and because this was a nice support level, but it pulled below it. So Bitcoin pairing, I think, done a good job on Rune. Rune just okay. This is the day. Okay, it pulled back. And I did a video on Rune, and you know what? Hit my point control as well. Look at that, perfectly pulled back. I just got a macro trend line, so there's a video on that. I did it recently, yesterday or so. So this is could be a bit of a fake out, 0.68, could come back down. So, but it looks very bullish, Rune. I'm looking for trades. There's nothing really now. Everything's got whiplash. So okay, Near's going good. That didn't pull back at all. I did pull back. Okay. He's looking strong. Cup shape. Ideally, a bit of a pullback like this, and then bang. Otherwise, we'll look for something going sideways and then up. One of the ideas. Missed opportunities. There's a lot of them. Start. Let's okay. Chart that I was looking at really performed well. Fake. No, I didn't short that. Here's a good one. Rock. Really did well. Now it's pulling back hard. So missed a shorting opportunity there. RNDR. That's taking off. And also expecting I missed that entry, didn't I? Look at that. Beautiful move. So I expect this to go sideways, but who knows? Interested. Just going to flick through them a bit. We missed that trade. Damn it. Optimism is a bit disappointing. Look at that pullback. Oh, it's gone back up to that level. Okay. That's a real strong buy. Bugger. Just might just click continue on. So we had this downward channel for optimism, and it's in the, well, I think it's going to break out eventually. And if you just look at the patterns, it takes the liquidity from the previous level. So eventually, lower highs, and then for this weekly level. And I still feel like this is going to, and that's, you can see that's like a big accumulation as well. So it's going to break out now. Would it come back down here? If it ever did, that would be a perfect entry, and then bang. I'm done. Unless you've got any questions, I was just flicking through some charts. I didn't. Here's my link. The link hasn't crossed over yet. I'm still bullish with link, and I covered this extensively with other videos. Link, I made the assumption from this macro. So this is the weekly, and this is the moving averages that actually break out. You can see this level as a strong resistance, but it's all weekly, right? This is weekly. All the wicks just getting bought up, and yeah, a bit of resistance, but not much. It's going to break, and then it's going to go to its golden ratio, $24, and then $32. So I think Link is going to break out strong. Once it gets past this level, we've got these other levels that align with Fibonacci, 0.382, 0.5, point of control. I've got to really do the levels on this one. I haven't had a chance, but yeah, looking good. Link. There we go. So that's it, guys. Finished for the day. It's been over an hour, I think. And please give me a like and share, and I'll talk to you soon.